Okay, today I want to go through the Spiritual AF deck. Yeah. They are like little business card size cards. So on one side is this really awesome saying, and on the other is a really other awesome paragraph to go along with that awesome saying. These are literally some of my favorite cards. Okay, the universe is your sugar daddy. Your brain speaks total fuckery unless you turn your soul on. Not giving a fuck is better than revenge. Thou shalt not judge because thou hast fucked up before too. Maybe you just need to shake your booty. Life throws out very few problems that aren't more easily managed after you've danced it out a bit. Think you're a bad dancer? Stop that shit right now. Just stand up and give your groove thing a jiggle. It's 98.5% scientifically proven to make you take yourself less seriously. So that's nice. Think twice before you give a fuck. Sometimes crushing it means asking for help. Stop trying to skip the fucking struggle. Keeping it positive won't insulate you from having emotions and needing to evolve. You're not going to spiritual your way out of hitting the next layer of wounds to heal. So many of us make the mistake of thinking we'll arrive, and that'll be that with the life lessons and shit. Personal growth is more than peeling an onion. More like peeling an onion than like climbing a mountain. It gets stinkier and stinkier and you cry more, but everything gets juicier the deeper you go. The true spiritual badasses don't pretend that their onions don't stink. So, you can't save your face and your ass at the same time. Ancient proverb, if you meet more than 2 assholes a day, you're it. Get off your ex's page, say a prayer, and go the fuck to sleep. Quit dimming your light for people with shitty ass mindsets. You've got that dream, huh? That thing you think you maybe could do, but it's maybe too big, maybe too much of a long shot, maybe you'll look stupid trying to do it. Do it. Seriously, think about lying on your deathbed saying, I never went for it because I was afraid Susan would talk shit about me. Susan talked shit about you anyway. Go do you. Then do you bigger. I love these. Never stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Holy shit, you are enough. No equals a full sentence. This is one of my favorite cards. I love this. I love this. You know what punctuates that sentence? Action. We spend so much time explaining our boundaries that we forget to just have a fucking boundary. Say no and quit participating in what you said no to. Remove yourself from the situation if you have to. Be your own boundary. I freaking like that. I freaking like that a lot. Fuck what they think. People aren't ignoring you, love bug. They're just busy. Don't involve yourself with whack shit. Fuck out of here. This is your mantra today. Say it in a New Jersey accent to add emphasis. If bullshit shows up, give it a fuck out of here and send it on its way. This should probably be a silent mantra at work and school and pretty much anywhere in public, but it's still highly fucking effective even when you keep it all to yourself. Meditation, aka shutting the fuck up for a few minutes. There are people who dislike you because you don't dislike yourself. Life would be a lot more fun if everyone's middle name was motherfucking Carol motherfucking Cooper from accounting, yo. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, you shouldn't say it to yourself. Self-talk is the most important talk. Self-care isn't selfish. Shit you don't have time for. Okay. Other people's shit, crazy shit, bullshit, stupid shit, fake shit, shit that has nothing to do with you. In order to love who you are, you can't hate the experience that shaped you. Grab life by the balls and make it your bitch. Feel your fucking feelings. Forgive the fuck out of someone today. Manifest the fuck out of your dreams. Your growth scares people who don't want to change. Read that again. Your growth scares people who don't want to change. Integrity is the new black. Call bullshit on your bullshit. Vibrate so high that toxic people fall back because they no longer know how to approach you. Stop stressing over shitty AF people. The secret to being a good human is learning not to take your shit out on others. It's okay to start the fuck over if you have to. What's the best thing that could happen? What's the best that could happen? It's up to you to find beauty in the ugliest days. Be yourself even if you're crazy. Stop worrying about normal ass, nothing ass people judging your cool, weird ass. There'll be none of that today. Anytime you feel yourself worrying about any of those asses, remember who you gotta wake up to every morning. You, baby, you. Your job is to make sure you're good on your own terms. Check in with what you really care about and make sure you're living up to that, not what all those asses out there might be thinking. Drink water and mind your own fucking business. Own your awesome and stay humble AF. Your gut knows what's up. Trust that bitch. Once you start laughing, you start healing. You can learn a lot of good lessons from a few fucked up people. Ooh, that one's a good one. You are a product of what you believe. Love like people aren't total assholes. See, some of them are longer, some of them aren't quite so long, but all of them are freaking gems. Stick with the people who pull the magic out of you, not the madness. Worrying is a negative prayer. Prayer is dope AF. Gossip dies when it hits wise ears. Sometimes everything is going wrong for the right reasons. Namaste. The slay in me recognizes the slay in you. Go outside and do shit. Know the difference between shame and guilt. Guilt equals I did something bad. Shame equals I am something bad. Spend today identifying guilt and shame. If guilt comes up, find a way to make amends. Shame is the devil, though. Kick it in the dick. This could be the day you stop doing that self-destructive thing you do. Guess who ain't got to explain shit to nobody? You. If you ask the universe for signs, believe what shows up. You got to cry about it or boss up. Pro tip, do both. You are not your situation. Don't be an ungrateful shit. Holding on to resentment is like taking a shit in your own heart. Oh, gosh. I almost got that one out straight-faced. Yeah, it's that gross and pointless. Let that shit go. Look up a loving kindness meditation on the internet and do it. Focus on love. Focusing on love is like taking a baby wipe to your heart. What the fuck? The wound is the place where the light enters you. Some of them are very profound. Pick one time in your life you've been hurt and ask it how it made you golden. Did it make you more tender-hearted? Did it open you up when you were once closed down? Did that heartbreak lead you to more connection with spirit? Can you get just a little teensy tiny bit grateful for it? Fuck yeah, look at you. You're like a wounded disco ball inside. The wound is the place where the light enters you. You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. Oh. You know how you can tell if someone is taking advantage of you? You feel like shit after giving to them. That shit isn't healthy for anyone. Put the matches down and back away. They can get warm on their own. Now go do something kind for yourself. That's better service to the world anyway. You can't have a positive AF life with a negative AF mind. Grab your own butt. Love yourself. Be the person you needed when you were a kid. The moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one. Look at the fucking moon. Pretending to be a savage won't heal that hole in your heart, baby. Loving is its own reward. Maybe you literally can even. It's okay, guacamole. I'm extra AF too. Fuck what they say. So you want to be a badass? Show your heart to everyone. Stay away from people who make you feel like you're hard to love. Courage is knowing it might hurt and doing it anyway. Stupidity is the same. That's why life is hard. Rise above your fuckheadedness. We're all fuckheads in our own way. The trick to winning at life is developing the ability to identify our own flavor of fuckheadedness and then rise above it. What one little thing can you do different-ish and better-ish today, you beautiful fuckhead you? Dance like everyone else can go fuck themselves. Because they can. You can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. You don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you have forgiven. The present moment is a fucking amazing. Accept the good in your life and know you're a fucking delight. Your world is probably not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. Ooh, your wound is probably not your fault. Did I say your world? You'll never be free of the people who harmed you until you take full responsibility for your own healing. No matter what family you were born into, what body you got stuck in, or what weird shit has happened to you along the way, this is your life and no one else's. Be tender with the parts of you that are hurt and the parts of you that are struggling. Take ownership of your whole beautiful dented pieced together self. If you blame someone for who you are, you give them ownership of you. That sucks what shit, doesn't it? Focus on what you can do right now to be your very own badass healer. Bam. Definitely a lot of language in this deck. Very in your face. 3 ways to fail at everything in life. Number 1, complain about everything. Number 2, blame others for your problems. And number 3, never be grateful. So in case you wanted to know, OMG, calm the fuck down. Stop saying yes to shit you hate. When you say yes to dumbass shit because we want to be cool, to caretake others, and because we think we need a reason to say no. The people we say no to may never understand why we needed to say no in order to be true to ourselves. You don't even have to know why you said yes in the past. Don't get stuck in a process spiral about it if you're not into it. Just stop saying yes and move the fuck on. I really stumbled over that. Basically, the thing I've learned really is the easiest way to figure out how to say yes to what you want is to start by saying no to what you don't want. That's the trick. Start by saying no. Heart is the new balls. Exhale that bullshit. Be unfuckwithable. If you find yourself fucked with, take a moment to reflect on what part of you is out of whack and susceptible to being fuckwithable. Then check that shit with some self-love. When you're filled to the brim with love, nothing anyone says or does bothers you, and no negativity can touch you. You know what that makes you? A badass. A big old spiritual badass. Be a badass love beam today. Be kind-hearted AF and full of love, but maintain boundaries like a motherfucker. Beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negative shit. Being weird AF is better than being boring as hell. The world doesn't owe you anything. Things get harder before you level up. Know that. Be the change you wish to see up in this bitch. To thine own ass be true. And when you are wrong, admit it. When you are right, be quiet. Just say yes to fessing up or shutting up as the situation warrants. You'll be all around way more likable to everyone, including yourself. If you need to, keep a list of all the times you were abso-fucking-lutely right. Just be sure you burn it before you die so you don't ruin the illusion for everyone. So there you have it. That is the Spiritual AF deck. 99 inspirational cards for people who fucking need some inspiration. So, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that little walkthrough. And thank you for coming to my channel today. Have a good day.